Hello and welcome to M100 Basic Mathematics in the fall of 2020 at Indiana University Northwest. My name is Mr. Becker and I will be your instructor for this course. I'm delighted that you've chosen to take this course with me, and I'm going to do everything I can in my power to help you get through this course successfully. I've created this welcome video to kind of walk you through some of the introductory types of things that we would talk about in a classroom setting if we were meeting face-to-face. And so I'm going to take the opportunity to walk through those things right now and provide you with as much information as possible so that you can kick off this semester on the right foot and achieve success in this course. Now, I do want to tell you that this is a pretty intense course. Over the next 16 weeks, we are going to cover a lot of material. There are going to be a lot of assignments, and you're going to be expected to complete them on time and meet the deadlines that are laid out for you. It's pretty important that you stay on top of your homework. This is a traditional online course. It will not meet via Zoom or any other online face-to-face format. So our connection is going to be largely through announcements that I share on a weekly basis or a couple of times a week, or any times that you want to connect with me, and you can reach out and we can set up an appointment to talk via Zoom or some other method. Again, very important that you stay on top of the material for the course. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to walk through some content. I'm going to share my screen with you and walk through the Canvas layout of this course. So as you can see right here, this is the home page, and right here in the middle of this this blank area right here is where the video I'm currently shooting is going to be housed. You'll notice immediately underneath there is a link for a student registration handout and the Start Here module. The student registration handout will explain to you how to register for the online homework platform, My Math Lab, that you're going to need. And the Start Here module will walk you through any content that you might need if you're not familiar with utilizing Canvas. So I want to point out over here in the menu to the left are a variety of links, and I'm going to walk through some of those links with you right now. The first one is the syllabus, and this is kind of an introduction to what is going to be expected of you in this course. I want you to notice that there are a variety of topics in this course: set theory, linear systems, algebra, and so forth. It is a lot of content, but I'm going to do everything in my power to help you through that content in a way that will not cause you any undue stress. I do want to tell you that this course and most online courses are really intended for people who are comfortable with the content. And I don't mean that you know the content, but for example, if you're somebody who really struggles with mathematics, an online course in math is probably not the best option for you, because you're not going to have that regular classroom interaction with other students and with the instructor that would help you through it. So I want you to be sure that you're in the right place when it comes to taking an online math course. I do have another online math course that will be meeting via Zoom. It's called a distance synchronous course, where we will meet twice a week in a classroom setting, even though it'll be on Zoom. And if that's something that would be better for you, I would urge you to consider that. Anyway, I want you to notice the information in this syllabus. I'm just going to walk through it quickly. There's my contact information. That phone number right there, that is for my office at IU Northwest. I will probably only be in the office once a week or so, since most of my courses are online. But that phone number is for my office, and I will get that. Even if I'm not in the office, I will get that phone message. It'll be forwarded to my computer and I can call you back. The best way to get a hold of me is really to email me. And I monitor my email extensively every day. And so generally on a weekday, I'll get back to you within 24 hours. If you email me late on a Friday, I may not get back to you until Monday. Office hours are by appointment, and they will be via Zoom. So if you want to meet with me, we can set up a time and a place when we can connect in this format. There are the topics. You can see there are quite a few chapters there. We're not going to cover every section of every chapter, but we're going to cover a lot of them. So I want you to understand that that is a lot of material. The grading information is here. 30% of your grade will be comprised of homework in My Math Lab. 30% will be the midterm exam, 30% will be the final exam. And I want you to notice right here, there is 10% of your grade that will be something called discussion assignments. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but in essence, you're going to need to be answering some questions with written assignments and then interacting with other students and their responses in the course. So discussion assignments are very important. I encourage you not to blow them off because it is 10% of your grade. I'm not going to read through all of this content, but it will explain to you what's expected in terms of the homework, strategies for doing your homework. Discussion assignments are explained right here along with the midterm and the final. And then we have a variety of additional informative stuff for you to consider as far as IU academic policies and so forth. I do want you to notice my grading scale is a standard 90, 80, 70, 60 grading scale with appropriate pluses and minuses included. Most of you probably require at least a C for this course to count for your degree. If you are an arts and sciences major, or if you are a nursing major or some other health and human services majors, you will be required to have a C as a minimum for this course to count for your degree. There may be some programs on campus that just need you to pass. Even a D- would count. But most programs require a minimum of a C. It is up to you. It is your responsibility to identify with your academic advisor what your minimum requirement is for this course to count for your degree. Please don't come back to me after the semester if you get a C- and say, Mr. Becker, I needed a C. Is there any extra credit that I can do? Because there's not. You need to know what your minimum requirement is, and you need to hit that requirement. And I'll do everything in my power to help you do that. But it's on you to make sure that it happens. There is some information here about other IU policies. That's the word I'm looking for. I encourage you to read those as well. We do have a Math Assistance Center on campus. They also have Zoom hours. I don't know if they'll be continuing Zoom hours in the fall or not. You'll need to contact the Math Assistance Center to find out. You can click the link right there and that will take you to their website. But in general, their hours have been Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 10 to 4 and Fridays 10 to 2. If that changes, I will post an announcement about it. Here is the textbook that that we will be using for this course. I want you to notice it says textbook not required. This is the textbook right here, A Survey of Mathematics with Applications by Angel, Abbott, and Rundy. But you don't have to buy this book. In fact, I would encourage you not to buy the book because what you're going to need is you're going to need the My Math Lab access code. As you can see right there, it's bold highlighted. And this is the online platform you're going to be using to complete your homework. The ISBN number is there, and you can purchase that either at the IU bookstore or you can buy it from Pearson.com. The cool thing is that when you purchase the My Math Lab platform, it will include in that package an online version of the textbook. You will get the e-text. So you'll be able to look at the textbook online and review the problems in the book that way. Calculators are strongly recommended. In fact, I can't say that I require them because I'm not going to force students to go out and purchase a calculator, but I strongly urge you to use a calculator. There are some areas that you will almost certainly not be able to complete effectively without a calculator. Depending on your needs, a TI-30 scientific calculator or a TI-83 graphing calculator are probably the best. Other companies have good calculators, but I'm the most familiar with the Texas Instruments calculators, and those are the ones I can help you with the best. I'm not going to go through the rest of this information down below. I encourage you to review it on your own, but it does include lots more information about prereqs for the course, things like that, IT support, academic policies, and so forth. So please review that on your own. That is one of your first assignments. Now, again, over here in the menu to the left are a series of tabs. And the most important one for you is going to be this one right here, modules. Now, each week is called a module. And you will be completing each module on a weekly basis. And all of the content you need for that week is included in that section. So I'm going to click on modules. Now, the Start Here module is something that you can review if you're not familiar with Canvas or if you're not familiar with My Math Lab and so forth. You can go through these different tutorials that will help you understand what it is that you're going to be doing with Canvas and with MyMathLab. But the very first week's assignment, week 1 module, is right here, Exponents and Scientific Notation. And when you open it up, you're going to get, each week, you're going to get a weekly task list that will tell you what it is that you need to accomplish, and then any sections of homework that are required, along with supporting materials and the discussion assignment. So let's just walk through that so you have a handle on what I'm talking about. So when you click on the weekly task list, it's going to open up a PDF. It's not a long list, but it's going to tell you the things that you should do for the first week. Obviously, you should watch the welcome video, which, if you're hearing my voice right now, that's what you're doing. You should read the welcome announcement that will be posted in the announcements tab. And you should review that Start Here module if you have any questions about how to use Canvas and MyMathLab and so forth. Review the syllabus, which I already pointed out to you. It's fairly lengthy, but I encourage you to read through it. One of the things that frustrates most professors is if a student comes and asks us a question that was already laid out in the syllabus, because that means that the student hasn't bothered to read the syllabus. So please do review the syllabus, and that will probably answer most questions that you would have. So then the next thing is to complete the week 1 discussion assignment. And after you complete the discussion assignment, you need to respond to at least 2 other classmates' discussion posts. You need to review other people's comments about the problems that have been assigned and respond to them with at least a 100-word minimum response in order to get full credit. And I will show you what that looks like in a little bit. Since you're doing the homework for section 5.6, you want to review the PowerPoint for 5.6 and then watch the objectives video before beginning the assignment. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. So each of the assignments, here's your assignment, 5.6, Exponents and Scientific Notation. Each of the assignments will have a group of homework problems. Now this one, obviously, you can't access until the 21st, which, by the way, is the Friday before the semester starts. So I'm actually going to open up the homework. If you want to get a few days early start, I'm going to open it up just before the semester starts on Monday the 24th. So what will happen is you'll see a variety of questions here, and when you click on them, it will take you to the MyMathLab section where you can complete those homework assignments. But how do you know how to complete those assignments? How do you know how to do the work? Every section has a corresponding PowerPoint that is keyed to the book. So I want you to notice that there's a PowerPoint keyed to the book for section 5.6, and this has 28 slides. So there are a lot of slides that you can review on how to do scientific notation and exponents, and there are the rules as you can see them scrolling by. So you certainly are welcome to contact me and ask questions, and I'm more than happy to do that for you, but you do have a PowerPoint that you can review first in order to see if any of your questions can be answered. Additionally, there are videos that are keyed to the chapters as well. And I want you to notice that each of the videos will identify different objectives in the chapter. So you can watch the entire video. This one is a little bit under 15 minutes long. Or if you just wanted to understand a specific objective, you can click on objective 1, 2, or 3, and it will take you to that. And if you want to make these go away, there is a little button right up there in the right-hand corner to push to make them go away. But anyway, say that you want to understand how to do objective 3.
To solve problems involving scientific notation. Use scientific notation on a calculator to determine a product.
So as you can see, a video is present that will walk you through different kinds of problems that you can practice in order to be able to do the homework. Again, I want to remind you that these videos and the PowerPoint are not meant to replace me. They are a supplement for me, and I am more than happy to answer your questions as you work through problems and so forth. In fact, when you are working on homework problems, if you have any questions, there is a little button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen that says Ask My Instructor. And if you click on that, it will take you to an email page that will email me the question that you're having, and you can ask me, you know, how do I solve this, or I'm not understanding this or that, and I will see the problem that you're having, and I can respond to that in a timely manner. So I want you to notice again that every week is a module all the way down through week 8, where you'll have some stuff on volume and surface area. And then there will be a review for your midterm exam, and then your midterm exam, which will be on October 16th. That is a Friday, October 16th. If that is a problem for anyone in terms of the date, you can contact me when we get to October and say, hey, Mr. Becker, I have to work on October 16th. Can we schedule it a different day? And I will work with you to get that scheduled on a day that will work for you. So we'll talk more about the midterm and the final exams as we get closer to them in the semester. And then the final exam down here at the end will be on December 18th. That is also a Friday. It's the week before Christmas, Friday, December 18th. And same thing, if you have a conflict with Friday, December 18th, and you need to take it on the Thursday or the Saturday or something like that, I will work with you to find a day that works for you to take the final exam. So don't stress over that. Now, let's go back to the week 1 module for a moment, and let's look at the first discussion assignment. Let me just pull that up for you so you can get an idea of what it looks like. So every week you're going to be asked to answer some questions. Some weeks there will be like 3 questions and you have to answer 2 and so forth. Nearly every week you'll be required to post responses to other students. There are a couple of them later in the semester where you're just asked to do a little bit of research and post your findings. And as those arise, we will make sure you understand how to do those. But for example, in this first week's assignment, you're going to be asked to solve 2 of the following 3 questions. And the 3 questions are, what is half of 2 plus 2? And by the way, that is a tricky question. Most people get that question wrong. So I'm cautioning you right now, and I hope that by giving you just that little caution that most of you will get it right. That's one question, and you would answer it, but not just tell me the answer, you would tell me how you solved it. So for example, state the steps. In the problem 2 times the quantity x plus 3 equals 14, you could state the steps this way. You could say first we get rid of parentheses by distributing the 2, and then we get the equation 2x plus 6 equals 14. Then we subtract the 6 from both sides, so we get 2x equals 8. Then we divide both sides of the equation by 2, so the answer is that x equals 4. That is a good explanation for how that problem is solved. Just writing the answer 4 is not acceptable. You have to tell me how you got your answer. So again, what is half of 2 plus 2? That's one that most people like to tackle, and many people get wrong, so be careful. Number 2, a driver sets out on a 20-mile trip. When he has gone halfway, he finds that he's averaged 25 miles per hour. At what speed must he travel the rest of the way to make his overall average speed for the trip 40 miles per hour? That's another question. The third question is, a book costs $1 plus half of its cost. How much does the book cost? And then I give you a hint that you should let x equal the cost of the book. So those are 3 questions. You would pick 2 of them and you would post your responses down at the bottom of the page. There's a place to click reply, and you would click reply and you would answer those the 2 questions that you choose of those 3 in some detail. And then as more people do that, you'll go back and you'll say, hey, I see that Steve posted this, and I'm going to comment, Steve, I think you might have made a mistake on this, or I really like the way that you did that. I love your explanation for how you got this answer because I tried it this way, and I can see now that maybe your answer is correct and mine was incorrect. Something like that. And then my grading rubric, each one is worth 10 points. You have to make a substantive attempt. You have to participate in discussion, and it needs to be engaging and responsive, more than just nice job, Steve. You have to engage them. Your math needs to be correct. The solution needs to be complete, and you need to use complete sentences, correct grammar, and proper language. I know this is a math class, but this is a college math class, and it is reasonable for me as your professor to expect that you can write in complete sentences and that you can spell things correctly. And if you don't do that, I will take points off, because you don't want to get out into the world and be turning in reports to your new boss that have bad grammar and incorrect language and spelling errors. You won't have a job for very long. So anyway, end of that little lecture. But all of those discussions need to be done in a timely manner. There will be deadlines for them. If you miss a deadline, you get a 0 on the assignment. It's just that simple. So try not to miss those deadlines. I think that covers everything that I wanted to talk about, but I do want to address the reality of our current situation. We are in the midst of a global pandemic, as you all know, and I have people in my life that I know who have had the coronavirus and been very sick. and I know what it can do. If you get sick and you are unable to complete your homework, or you are unable to get things submitted in a timely manner, please send me an email. You need to communicate with me. Even if you're feeling lousy, it won't be hard for you to zip off an email that says, Mr. Becker, I'm really, really sick. I can't get the homework done. If you can at least communicate that with me, then I can be prepared to work with you to get things caught up as needed. But if you just simply disappear for 3 weeks and I don't hear anything from you, I can only assume that you are not doing the work and that you are probably going to drop the class. It's all about communication. And I'll do the same. You know, I'm not immune to this disease. I have 4 kids living at home with my wife and I, so there's 6 of us here at home, and we're taking our proper precautions. But, you know, you can be doing everything correctly and still catch this disease. And if I get sick, I'm going to let you know as well. But we need to have an open line of communication. I care deeply about your success. I care deeply about helping you complete this piece of your degree. I will do everything in my power to help you do that. But we need to have an ongoing dialogue. Another thing I want to caution you about, and I'm cautioning you about this because of an incident that I had in another online course. Sometimes when you don't meet your professor face-to-face and you don't see them on a regular basis, your communications can become a little bit more unprofessional than you probably intend them to be. And I work really hard not to assume from the tone of emails from students that they're being rude or anything like that. But it's important that we understand that when we communicate with people via email, they can't hear the tone of our voice. They can only see the words on the paper. And then they're going to interpret it through their own lens. So do the best you can with all of your professors and with your fellow students to communicate clearly and respectfully online so that there aren't any miscommunications or misunderstandings about what's going on. So I'm going to publish this course tomorrow, Monday. Tomorrow is August 3rd. So I'm going to publish this course tomorrow, which is 3 full weeks before the semester starts. So you'll have had plenty of opportunity to review your syllabus ahead of time. You'll have plenty of opportunity to kind of look through things. And then on Friday, August 21st, the homework will make itself available. And if you want to start a few days early on that, you can. I also want to encourage you to reach out and contact me if you have any questions about anything. I am teaching 2 online courses like this in addition to a web-based Zoom course. And so I am very well versed in the content of this course and will answer every question that I can that you might have. It's all about communication, folks. Don't be afraid to reach out to me. I'm a pretty easygoing guy. Anybody who has ever had me in a face-to-face class would tell you that I try and make math as interesting as possible. I know it's not your favorite course. I understand that. I'm going to do everything I can to help you through it in an acceptable manner that is as painless as possible. Just talk to me. Let me know what's going on, and I'll do everything I can to help you succeed. All right? So I wish you much success in this course. I'm looking forward to this course and to working with you and helping you get a good grade in this course. And again, if you have any questions, comments, anything that you need to ask me, feel free to reach out. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you soon.